This is, like this is
Welcome to them boys.
Them Boys Podcastings, brought to you by JC Miners Nutsack.
Hey, coming to you the house from bananasplit.com, son.
Yo, alright, so what I was going to talk about, what I was thinking is, I was listening to a podcast today, I think it was I don't know, I think it was like Joey Diaz or whatever, and he was talking about how, in Silicon Valley, they basically have this policy, where they want to, they say fail often, and fail fast. It's basically if you're in any type of technology industry, you're gonna fail, but you learn from your fail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fail fast, hurry up and fail, and then figure out what you need to do, because it's ultimately gets you to a point where you're able to put out something good, and that's especially true with video games and shit like that.
Right.
I was looking at I love watching those commentaries about the states of video gaming and stuff.
Right.
They were doing. I was watching B. Dobbins or whatever, and Downward Thrust, and they were talking there was two separate podcasts, but one was talking about how what's it called? Basically how games have become a service now. Destiny is a good example of that. 10 years ago, we didn't have DLC like we do now.
Correct.
It's just crazy how much DLC we have.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is to blame on JC Miner, because he keeps behind it all. I'm to blame as well.
I'm the guy. I'm a huge advocate. Pre-order your games. Make sure you donate to all Kickstarters. It doesn't matter what the fuck there is, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the season pass and you buy the next game. Make sure you buy every single sports game every single year. Make sure you pay a minimum of $100 towards the Ultimate Team. Make sure you're buying early access to betas and all that kind of stuff, because if you don't, then we're never gonna see new games. Okay?
I was actually today. I was actually thinking I was watching this thing by B. Dobbins, and he was talking about how the concept that Destiny Year One was a beta, and I would even go further to say Destiny Year 1, 2, and 3 was basically the beta, and Destiny 2 is the finished product, or what it should have been. Because that kind of is lend to that whole idea of games as a service, is they an unfinished product.
Yes.
And it's people like us as testing subjects,
Right, and it's messed up. Honestly, it's messed up.
Yeah, that's what pisses people off now. That and microtransactions are getting to the point where it's ridiculous, and I think that's just the future. We have the whole gaming thing as a service is going to be nonstop. It's just the way it is, which is good in one way, in the fact that if you love the game, you get to experience DLC and shit, and that's fucking awesome. I love Destiny. I love DLC.
Right. But there's companies that do it right, though. There's companies that do it right. Look at Red Project, CDK, or whatever. Whoever did Witcher 3, man. They released the full game. It was great. Minimum bugs. And then they dropped, a couple free add-on things. And then they dropped 2 expansions, which were fucking enormous. And they weren't $30 expansions. Blood and Wine was $15 maybe, and it was a whole game by itself. It was 40 hours.
Yeah, I actually wanted to get that game, but I was dismayed because people told me it was trash. Matter of fact, one of my good friends got back today, and his entire group of friends is actually playing Battlefield now and getting into it. And I love me some Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield.
I'm playing it right, and I love it. I can't. That's one thing that sucks is in Battlefield they got that paywall.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have micro in here. They don't have the microtransactions, which I could say I'm surprised, because normally everybody had. Is that the JC Miner dog?
That's the JC Miner mascot. What's he doing, Comet? Nah, but yeah, at least EA hopefully they go back to the model they said they were going to with Battlefront 2 and they stick with it. Because, I mean,
I think they will.
I hope so, because the industry's gone down a very, and I've said this before, it's a very dark path with a slippery slope, and it's not good. But
You know, Activision is doing the exact same thing. Like, but Activision has always been like money whores and like whoring and all that shit out. Like they don't like they hold no qualms. And I think one of the things that like Bungie wasn't counting on was like selling their soul to, you know, Activision. Like they probably
right,
thought, hey, this is a good idea or something, but in reality, it really wasn't. Like they
yeah.
sold their soul to Activision.
Activision is the equivalent of like the music industries getting signed to the big record labels. The devil. It's the you do as we say. Take away.
And nowadays they don't even need like nowadays you don't need a record label anymore. That's
Well,
what they
yeah.
said. Like record labels are like hurting. You know, all these traditional businesses are hurting because of like the internet and like
Oh,
internet
yeah.
companies. Like I know you saw. I don't know if you saw yesterday. Like Jeff Bezos like was like the richest person in the world, and he's the owner of Amazon.
Yep.
Although it was only for one day, because like apparently the stock went down. Like he had just narrowly dethroned Bill Gates. Like that's just like a precursor to what's happening. And like when he bought Whole Foods, like he just instantly made an enemy out of the entire supermarket world, which is ingenious.
Right.
90 bill, and he just spent like 3 bill on Whole Foods, and instead of building up like a brick and mortar ground up, he was able to just get his own.
Exactly.
I
I
can't
actually
beat
had that
that.
conversation with when I was working the cell phone field with quite a few people. I'm like, everybody, all these companies gotta be careful because between Google and Amazon, there's a lot of shit being covered and coming up. Like Amazon got that delivering on Sundays now. They got the whole they sell literally everything. And then you got Google, which took over the entire like Microsoft Word thing. Forget it. Why pay for it when you got Docs, you got all the stuff on Google you'll ever need. Google stocks is insane anyways because of things like YouTube and other things. It's crazy to see Amazon and Google slowly taking over. Not even slowly anymore. It's pretty rapid. The Google phone is mostly contracted, most of its parts, they contracted Samsung to build most of it to make it a solid device. It's like these two companies are just kind of engulfing everything around them. And it's crazy to watch.
Homies don't play that. Blah blah.
Right? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just like the state of the industry is, it is what it is. But like, what can we do? Like they were talking about how Steam is like a disruptive force or something because you can like do a refund. However, you can't do a refund on Xbox or PlayStation.
Right.
So that's kind of like something that is not too good. I mean, if you can't do a refund, you can't show me you don't like the game.
Right.
Like most games today, you buy it. If you wanted to return it, it's like $10 off the asking price. So like, if you paid $60 for a game, the most you could get for it, even if you bought it and immediately wanted to return it, was $50.
Yeah, I remember that with The Evil Within. I brought it back like the next day, and they gave me $52 out of 65.
Yeah, I mean,
The
was
Evil
that a
Within
good game?
was like 2 years ago.
Like, was that really a bad game?
No, I just couldn't. The camera angles at first were just messing with me and making me sick. The way it was.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I'm a person. If I don't like the control scheme or the angles, I won't really play it. I'm very picky now.
Black Ops killed me just because of the fact that when you're playing Black Ops, like I cannot play a game that I don't like the graphics. Like if the graphics fuck with me, like it's over. Like Battlefield, I love the graphics of Battlefield.
Yeah.
But one thing that fucks with me is the graphics of, say, like Black Ops, because it just looks so cartoony.
Gotcha.
It's like goodness.
Speaking of graphics, Battlefield 4 on my computer looks leagues better than Battlefield 1 on my PS4. It's crazy to see.
I'm sure, but I'm sure if you got your, Battlefield 1 PS in your PC, it would be nice too.
Oh yeah,
I really PC and start gaming on my PC.
you should. Be great.
I know. I
Look,
got a nice one. I might just buy a game, and they're cheaper too. It's like, why are we using these
yeah,
PS4s?
exactly,
I don't
dude.
know.
The Battlefield 4 on PS4, $20. Battlefield 4 on computer, try $4.50. It was like $4.50. Saints Row the Third was like $2.80. Tell me.
That's crazy.
Tell me. I
The
could
only
buy
reason why
Overwatch
they
right
do it is
now
'cause
for
they know
like
they-
$34. $30.
Yeah, they know they can make more money on console, so that's why they have the game exclusives for console.
Right. Well, I
It's
mean,
an
it's not an open
entire-
market either. You can only really buy from either the digital or like GameStop, Best Buy, etc. PC, you have all those options, plus G2A, plus Steam, plus Origin, plus blah, plus blah, plus blah, plus blah, and it goes on forever. So,
Yeah, and now it's gone to the point where like you can't do that. Like the only people you can buy from are what you can buy from. Like you could buy from a brick and mortar store, but they're going the way of everything else.
right.
Like pretty soon we're not going to have any brick and mortar stores. Like and like they're desperately trying to hold on to their stuff too, but there's just no way. I don't see it happening. I don't see a scenario where like GameStop comes back. Unless they do an online thing, but even then, it's like there's better services out there.
Right. And I mean, GameStop's already outclassed by Best Buy because Best Buy has it's like GameStop. You pay what $18 for a year subscription. You get a crappy magazine with crappy editors, and then you get what was it? It was like 10% off of new and used and extra in your trade-ins. Best Buy for 2 years you pay $30, so $15 a year if you want to break down like that. You get 20% off of new games. You get 20% off of used games, and once you get to like the platinum membership, you get extra, and then off of pre-orders you get like 30 to 35% depending on what it is. So
I believe it.
yeah, it's crazy, dude. They just throw money at you when you have gamers unlocked. They're like, here, like, bro, like I bought this TV and some other stuff, and I just got a shit ton of money back in rewards. It was crazy. And when I was with GameStop, I remember spent $800 there. They gave me like $10, I think. It's either 10 or 15, I can't remember.
It's crazy that they're not really doing what they need to adapt.
Right.
And like everybody has a horror story from working there too.
True.
Everybody has like one of those stories where it's like, yeah, I worked at GameStop and it was fucking horrible. It was trash.
Right. And what do they do to make life easier? Instead of like, ironing out their company or whatever, they pair with Cricket. Seriously? Like,
Cricket Wireless, man. Cricket Wireless.
I mean, if any of y'all listening have Cricket Wireless, hopefully you got enough data to be listening to this podcast, because let me tell you right now.
Everybody says their shit's trash. Everybody says like their service is just bad.
Well, I mean, why would you name your cell phone company Cricket? Because when everything, you know what I mean? Like, what's that thing where like, oh, all I heard was crickets? Like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know why they would name it. It doesn't sound like a good name, but
No.
like they're $5 cheaper than everybody else. So I was like, that's not too bad. But then everybody was like, yeah, their shit's trash. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna go for Cricket. I mean, if their stuff's that bad, I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
point.
I mean, you're in North Carolina. I'm in New York, and it's bad here.
And Verizon and stuff like that, everybody uses like Verizon towers, or it's either Verizon or AT&T. Like, that's what you're going to use. Verizon, AT&T.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Because those are the people that put up the towers. So now, cell phones have become such a huge part. Like, Verizon is a gargantuan company, you know, and as well as AT&T, just by virtue of having all those towers, because, like, they have the infrastructure. You know, that's
Right.
probably something they never thought about. Like, why would you, like, it would cost AT&T a ridiculous amount, even though AT&T does have their own towers, it would cost, like, prepaid plus or TracFone, like, a ridiculous amount of money to get their own towers. So, you know, I tell you, that whole net neutrality thing is, like, really scary. Because Verizon did a test, apparently, like, a week ago, Verizon did a test, like, and it caused a lot of people's internet and shit to start getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
So what ended up happening was, like, people were having, like, a backlash, like, damn, see, like, this is the shit they're gonna do. Like, they're already testing it out. Like, if they repeal net neutrality, you know?
Right, yeah. It's
Scary.
crazy.
Like, I feel like we live in a really scary time. Like, you know, everybody says, like, it's just weird how it is going on now. You know,
I
like,
agree. Yeah, things are definitely not preferred.
oh, is that Casey?
Is that the legendary Casey Minor?
Oh my God! Is that your mom as well, Mrs. New York Mom? 199XOXO. Dude, you ought to put that as, like, your mom's name.
199.
Dude, that Mexican pasta, I had half that Mexican pasta. I freezed it. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna I'll probably, like, try to cook it. I got 4 days off, so what I'll do is I'll end up, like, mixing it together or some shit, and like, I don't know, just taking it to some of my friends or whatever.
So for those of you that don't know, one of these nights my mom, she a while ago she came home, didn't really have much to make for dinner and whatever, so she saw some pasta, saw some beans and taco seasoning stuff. She's like, I'm gonna make some pasta. Yeah, it's great. Great shower curtain. And she's like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put taco seasoning in the meat, and we're gonna put some beans in there and cheese and all that stuff. So she named it Mexican pasta, and ever since then it's just kind of been like our thing. And now a friend here, DC Bake, tried it. What'd you think of it?
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, are you sure, like, that's not a recipe? I'm pretty sure, like, there's Mexican pasta out there, but, like, your mom's version was really good.
I don't know. That's the first time I've ever heard of it or tasted it was back then. So I mean, I would assume by now somebody has tried it. I mean, let's face it. Somebody's tried Skittles and syrup and shit. Pasta. I don't know.
Did you put it on a taco shell?
No, you didn't tell me to do that, Casey.
We don't put it in a taco shell.
We normally don't. I just asked if you did.
Oh my God.
Because I want to try it in a taco shell.
You're so weird. So it'll be Mexican pasta taco?
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Wow. Jesus.
So what you would do is you put the refried beans down on the shell, and then some sour cream, or sprinkle a little cheese in that bad boy. Slap the pasta down on it. Drop some more cheese on it. Yeah. And then if you want to, you get that Taco Bell queso sauce, right? You drop that bad boy in it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No one would make this.
No one. Dude, I don't know, honestly. How would you pick that up and put it in your mouth?
I made too much. I did not realize the angel hair pasta was gonna go up like it did. Like, I put 2 things of pasta in there, and I was like, oh my God, if it was enough for 12 people. Legitimately, it was enough.
Yep.
I was like, what in the hell? I was like, think about all the homeless people that aren't eating tonight because I am.
I would have just been like, think of all those nights I'm going to have a broken stomach, because that's what I'm thinking about. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that just goes to show the difference, you know, how much I care about people. You know, you don't.
I like animals better. Animals are better.
Yeah, animals are better.
It's 1:43. Lordy, save us. We can't tell the time.
I don't know.
So yeah, we moved into this new place. I got my boxing bag set up today. Almost broke it. Great.
Oh, is that wait, is that your that's that nice new place, where you're partying and shit and
Yeah, you already know.
all that fun. I believe it, man. I believe it. I mean, hey, once you get your setup, dude, that's gonna be dope. I'm gonna try to. God, I wish I had some money. I'm gonna try to get my friend to download me like Sony Vegas or whatever, and I'm gonna just start like editing my own stuff, like recording my own podcast or whatever, and just editing.
Right. No, I hear you.
I want to do that.
That'd be a good idea.
I know. I'm thinking it would be a good idea.
Definitely would. I mean, you could definitely. I mean, if you download the Podbean app and you sign in, you could do it through there too.
Yeah, I know, but I want to edit it,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got you, yeah.
I don't want to put shit out on like this guy who runs Crit Spec Gaming.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. It's like he only has 17 subscribers.
I know, it's weird.
Like,
We just hit 17 and then stop. Just like my Twitter, like the CSG Twitter keeps bouncing between 14 followers and 18, and then it just kind of chills.
Think of like something creative, dude. We gotta do it. The fast talking, man. This is the fast talking podcast. We gotta try to talk as fast as we can.
Talk as fast as we can. What are we talking about?
Let's talk about. Oh, we gotta do something. We just gotta do it.
But I need to know right now what we're talking about. Some goulash because I'm really hungry. I need to fill my stomach right now. I'm really hungry.
The Mexican pasta. To make Mexican pasta, you have to go ahead and put beans and chalupas and chicken all over it or something.
But there's no chicken in the Mexican pasta because it's Mexican pasta. So you gotta use some beans and put it in the pot. And then once it's in the pot, then you gotta stir it around a little bit. And you're gonna put the taco seasoning in. And then after you get the taco seasoning, then you heat up a little bit. And then once it's good, boom, simmer it. Boom. Good. Oh, this shit tastes good. All right, good. Put it in the pasta.
Put some chocolate D's on it.
Wait, what?
Or some chocolate D's on it.
I don't want chocolate in my pasta.
That Mexican chocolate's supposed to be good.
Oh, yeah?
Do like a Donald Trump thing where you just, like...
You know what?
Yeah, you ever seen that Donald Trump thing, like, where they, like, reduce the speed at, like, what he talks? And it's funny, like, he sounded like he's drunk.
No, I never have, but I'd believe it. Speaking of Donald Trump, the most American thing I can do is to Mexicanify my house. I feel like
build a wall around your house.
No, that's the opposite. Yo, he's such a fuck. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about. Let's not talk about Trump.
I agree.
Let's swerve.
Let's talk about Mexican pasta.
I thought I couldn't.
Pepper shells and chalupas and all that good stuff.
That's what you said you were gonna do.
Oh my god, my wife's listening.
She is. Oh my gosh. Call the police.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna wear dirty ass clothes to work tomorrow. That's right, I said it. I'm gonna wear some dirty clothes to work tomorrow.
You gotta wash my hands.
What? No. What do I look like to you? I'm washing no clothes by hand.
A person.
I'm a fat fucking fuck.
You need to learn.
You're huge.
I'm swole, bro. I'm like a balloon.
Swole. That's what. Oh, yo, how's the workout routine going?
So it's good. I mean, I injured myself, so I had to take a couple days off. But I'm good. I actually got my weight up and my weights. I started off with 8-pounders because that's all I had access to. But here's my story. So a month and a half ago, I couldn't do more than 2 push-ups back to back. I couldn't do more than 10 sit-ups. I couldn't do more than 10 squats. I couldn't do more than 5 of the 15-pound weights on each arm. I know it's pathetic. And I couldn't do, what was the other thing? Push-ups, sit-ups, squats, those. Yeah, so that was like my max back to back without having to take a break. Now I can do, well, I did 10 of the 30, but I brought them down to 25 and then brought them down to 20 because I hurt my knee. But I can do 15 of the 25s. I can do I could probably bust out 40 sit-ups without a problem. But I don't just do regular crunches anymore. So I don't know. Push-ups I can do 30 back to back now, and squats I could do either probably 40. But yeah, I have a pretty set routine now. So I usually wind up doing a minimum of 80 to 100 of everything that I do. But I usually skip push-ups because I don't see the point with the way I work my arms.
How is your job going?
Dude, it's good. I mean, today was a little weird. I had a sort of dine and dash today. That was crazy. But yeah, waiting hasn't been too bad to me. It's weird. Like I work 20 to 30 hours and I make the same amount of money I made working 50-hour weeks, and it's just silly. It's stupid. Stupid.
Just to be clear for our listeners, John is actually a male stripper at a
I prefer to be called an entertainer.
He's an entertainer at a strip club, so he serves food on his nutsack, and people eat it. Particularly his wife comes a lot. Her name is Casey Minor. She says, "Oh, I got some breakfast for you." She plops it on his nutsack and goes
You're so
down.
dumb.
Can you imagine how weird that would be?
They call that green eggs and dill pickle.
Yeah, it's like, okay, see, this is good shit right here.
Damn. Yo, so what do you think of my videos, on my Saints Row videos, where I'm basically a Rasta Hulk every single time?
I think they're weird. I was like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, is that fucking, like, I thought it was the same one you were uploading over again, like the Twitch fucking, like, folk tapes? Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so I got a set of, I called the series Twitch tapes, but I gotta put that at the end of the title instead of the beginning. But Saints Row 4, I have a character that's big and brawny and I call him Hulk, but they didn't have a hairstyle I like, so there was a hairstyle called Rasta, and it was basically dreads, so I used that. And now I made the same thing for Saints Row 3. It's like the exact same character, so I think it's freaking hilarious.
You know it is. Like, who doesn't think it's hilarious?
I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's funny. You just kind of see like this guy going around DDTing people and punching people and whacking them in the kneecaps and nuts with a shotgun hill. Like, I don't know. It's just stupid. So dumb.
It's beautiful.
It's great.
It's what it is.
The one-time class act.
It's proud to be an American. We're studying freaking proud in the country. We should just do the entire podcast like that. Are you gonna rap or what, dude? Rap in front of your mom?
You want me to spit some real rap bars, B?
Dude, you gotta go into the bathroom and do it. You gotta just be like,
yow.
Gotta go in there and drop bars, man.
For everybody that wants to hear my bars, SoundCloud.com/JC hyphen minor.
You gotta put that at the end. Put that at the end, like just put it at the end like your rap. I want to hear that.
Thought you already heard me rap.
I have heard it, but I want other people to hear it. Cause like for them, I don't know how much work you put into it, but it's not bad. Like it's kind of weird how you sound like DMX, but other than that, so it's pretty good.
You heard both of them though, right? The one that was raspy and the one I wasn't.
I don't know, man. I think I just heard one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did 2 songs. The Dose. Yeah, I don't know. The album's probably gonna be between 9 and 13. I'm not really sure yet.
Like you could just keep uploading shit. Like you just have bars.
Yeah.
Or
Honestly, those two are gonna be probably the most straightforward and simplistic, and like the easiest to do. The rest of them are gonna be a little bit more complicated. Cause I wrote the Betrayal. I wrote that about, oh god, a year or two ago, and I did it in. I found the beat. I liked it. I did the entire thing in maybe, well, the lyrics I freestyled in maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I recorded it originally in another, like, I did it in one take, and then I did a really quick edit. I just kept that. So I revisited it a year and a half later. I completely changed the second verse, completely changed the way I delivered the entire song. Unfortunately, the compression and EQ is a little weird, so when I actually have the entire album together, I'm gonna have to change some of that, change the effects. I might even go through just re-rap it and not do the raspy thing for the verses and just do it for the chorus, leave the chorus the way it is because I like the chorus. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird because it's weird going back to a song that you did, took you 20 minutes to write a year ago, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna scratch that entire part, and you just kind of redo it on the fly because you got some new shit you want to say about the same thing. Kind of cool. So.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think it was good. You know, I mean, I had to download SoundCloud for that. Another friend of mine's got another friend of mine has some stuff out called 9 Foot Beans. Like they got like a little metal band, like they just play.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you, dude, everything is like in your hands now. Like everything is like all about self-made shit.
Yep.
You know, like that's where it is now. That's like people that have money are like I feel like they're self-made now. You know, I don't know how true that is or not, but
well, there's a lot of artists that were like with record companies. Once that was up, they just kind of started doing their own thing, and they're making way more money.
Yeah, like look at old Hopsin, man. Hopsin killed it.
Well, yeah, Hopsin's gonna continue to kill it the way he's at.
You know, he really is. Hopsin's amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy truly forged his own path. Yeah, and you can't hate someone like that, man. Someone that forged their own way.
No, you can't.
Like, come on, man. I mean, I'll tell you, when I found out that JC Minor existed, I was like, wow. We should do a podcast. Took a bit time to quit it. Everybody knows this podcast is the butter and the jelly and the jam has to be me muttering these bars every day I wake up feeling like I'm full of candy bars, chocolate bars. Everybody knows I'm addicted to bars.
Butterfinger bars. I got that Butterfingers flow. Oh, yeah, there you go. See?
We are the next phase of rap. That's
we are. We're better than Migos. Still better than Migos. Still better than Future. Still better than College Kids. Still better than Kodak Black. Still better than Lil Yachty. At least I can say that. I mean, I don't got their money, but I'm still better than them. Dang. Okay, you're gonna need a burn heel after this one. Just kidding.
Dude.
I don't even gotta do that.
Lost in Battlefield. Oh, I could have done a super. My little super thing. Super.
Hey, that's my stage name, Super.
Super JC Minor, aka Critspec Gaming, aka, you know, the Pokemon. Yeah, you do play Pokemon. I remember, like, you had, like, fucking videos of you opening Pokemon.
I did on my old one, yes. Yes. My God. Nerd. Yeah, I'm pretty nerdy.
One thing I'm excited about is that JC Minor podcast. You know, one thing I really am excited about is I want to watch the Floyd Mayweather fight. You know, God, I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, but
people are so hyped about it.
It's
like, everybody's like, this shit is gonna be better than when like Floyd fought
Pacquiao.
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 And like, I really think Floyd's gonna win, and he's done after this. There's no way. Like, if he breaks 50-0, that's different. Like, that's something he's gonna brag about till he's 50-0.
Right.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, I mean, let's face it, he's gonna win anyways, and the reason is Floyd Mayweather is a boxing genius. For as much of an ass and idiot as he is, the dude knows how to play the game. He doesn't.
Like street smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's Conor's style of fighting, his art of fighting, is very, very different than Mayweather's. If they were to meet on the street and fight, I would say 10 out of 10 times Conor would kill him. Not on purpose, but he'd probably kill him.
Yeah, he said that too. He said that as well. Like,
right.
And you can tell, like, he says that actually in the fight. Like,
right.
Conor actually says it. Like, he even said, like, when they were talking shit at the press conference, they were like, if it was a real fight, I would kill you. And he said, alright, next fight did. So, like, I think Conor's already, like, doubting himself, which, you know, who knows what actually that's going to have, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, you got to understand how much money they're both going to get either way. But Conor gets that he has to do this either way. I mean, at the end of the day, Floyd's going to win. And if they have the opportunity to fight in a UFC ring, I don't think Floyd Mayweather will go through with it. I just don't. I don't think it's something he will I don't think he'll take the challenge. He'll say, nah, I beat you already, and be done with it. I don't think he'll step into the MMA field just to fight Conor. I don't see that. So it's really just going to end with Conor getting either KO'd because he gets gassed, or it's going to go to decision and Mayweather's going to win like he always does.
Yeah, everybody says that. Like, that's like a general consensus.
Right.
I tell you, man.
That's if Conor doesn't get DQ'd first for elbowing or kicking or something. Because he gets mad.
Dude, the 29th. Oh, shit, man. It's great. Imager, like, I'm a part of this website called Imager.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 29th, like, they upvote anything. So I'm gonna post my submission because I want my submission.
Yeah.
I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. Hell yeah.
Yo, I'm so ready to like Lawbreakers comes out in Agents of Mayhem this month. Not this month, but next month, August. And I'm like, I don't know. I need that in my life.
You do need that in your life.
Yo, you saw my Smash videos I posted on Facebook, right? Those little snippets.
I think so.
The Charizard and Mario one.
Yeah, I was like, what? I couldn't tell if you were just like fucking with people or not.
No, I mean I was playing against a level 9 computer, but I was just showing that like I'm okay. So like for Smash, I've always been much better than most of my friends, but I've never been like tournament level. Like I had the basic grasp of the game and edge guarding, some combos, but I never got really super into it. And now like I'm getting combos down like that and da 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 da. It's just and I'm getting to the point where I'm dirty. Like I played online, and usually when I stepped online, I did all right. I wasn't that great, but I haven't lost online since I've been practicing. I'm just like, I'm dirty now. I got to the point where Casey's brother won't play Smash with me. He won't play Smash with me.
Wow.
Because it's just not fun for him. So.
That's the thing, dude.
Yeah. But that's why, like, I shared the Charizard one because it was like, what? 11 seconds? I have a video of a Charizard one where I took away 2 lives, 2 stocks in like 30 seconds with Charizard.
That's crazy.
And then my Mario one was a minute.
Powerful character.
Yeah, I mean Charizard hits harder, so it makes more sense. But I just comboed them, like you saw. I threw him off and then just fucking slammed him down twice. Just disrespect. And then like I've gotten to the point where like I'm starting to learn the game a little bit more in and out than before. So I'm just able to do silly stuff now. You know, my brain's getting to that point where, you know, when you start to learn a game so well, your brain starts to break it apart differently. You start thinking ahead and like other things.
Oh, God,
Yeah. I mean, that's how I got with Overwatch. But like now, like it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna let me, like, I don't know, my brain just just doing crazy stuff, and I'm just able to like kill things. Great. But I always do that with games. I get super into them and competitive, and then nothing's a challenge anymore, so I just stop playing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you on that, man. I mean, it's amazing, you know. Like I agree with you, but I'm telling you, Imager shit is dope. I want you to check that out. I just uploaded some images. That's why I said I agree with you. But like I used to play Super Smash Bros. Back in the day, and I never really got the hang of it. Wasn't it for the GameCube or something?
Yeah. The first one was for N64. Then we got Melee for GameCube, and then Brawl for Wii, and then we got Smash 4 or Smash Brothers at 3DS and Wii U for each respective system.
Wow.
Which, fun fact,
Switch.
For those of you that don't know, the whole reason Ice Climbers was removed from the game is because Sakurai, the developer and creator of the games, wanted the 3DS version and the Wii U version to be as similar as possible, so that there was like no real pros or cons for buying one or the other, that they were like basically the same game. And because of the hardware limitations, Ice Climbers couldn't be in the game. So there you go. Use this fact to put in your head. What's up?
Who's Ice Climber?
So really? So in Smash there was a character all the way from the first game called Ice Climbers. And it's a blue Ice Climber and a pink one, and they're these little midgety things. Look them up, you'll see them. And they both have hammers, and they can freeze people and hit them. And they're a unique character. They were unique, and it was really sad to rip them. It was like, rip, see you later. And it's kind of crazy because they were, honestly, like I said, they've been there since the beginning. And some of the original cast and crew. So it's kind of crazy to see our veterans have to kind of go out the window.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You know?
Alrighty.
I mean, well, did they just do it because it was like something that he wanted to do, or what?
No, like I said, it came down to hardware limitations of the 3DS, and they just couldn't.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was a frame issue, I think, because of frames and whatnot. But I'm sure they'll be back in the Switch version whenever the Switch happens. Whenever that happens. Sakurai, I'm looking at you. Make me my Smash Bros. For the Switch. Sakurai. Hey, Nintendo. Get on it.
That's insane.
I got Splatoon 2, but that's a story for another time. Alrighty, guys. The time is now 2:17 a.m. EST. My ass has to get off the podcast, do some adult things.
Oh, Lord, it's JC Miner, and he's leaving, and he's going to go mine in the mines, because that's what he does. He mines. His mom's a miner. His dad was a miner.
My father was a miner before me, and his grandfather before him.
Mine.
Mine.
Gonna pop your kid out in the mine. It's gonna be crazy.
I guess this will be the point in time where we say some cool shit to say bye. Okay, bye.
I was just gonna say cool shit.
Cool shit, boss.
Cool shit. That's some cool shit. Cool shit. Them boys.
Them boys.
Cool shit. The boys. Like, comment, subscribe, like, download, like, comment, boys. Like.
Okay.